Good morning, all of you. Now I am going to discuss about DC to DC converters. So, why this DC to DC conversion is required? So, you can observe this is the motor drive block diagram. So, for this motor, it is connected to the power converter. Power converter is connected to the battery. The output from the battery is always a DC voltage. So, this DC voltage, if the motor is a DC motor, then this DC voltage has to be stepped up to a DC voltage. And if the motor is an AC motor, this DC voltage has to be converted to AC voltage. So that means if it is converting from DC to DC, then a chopper drive is required. And if it is connecting from DC to AC, then AC drive is required. So this DC chopper drive, what it does is, this is the available constant DC voltage. It will be converted to pulsating DC voltage as required by the motor. And whereas in case of AC drive, this DC voltage is converted to AC voltage by using the AC drive. Okay, this is about the conversion. Now let us discuss about DC to DC drives. That means DC chopper drives we are going to discuss now. So what are the different types of this DC to DC converters? So there are two types of DC to DC converters. Those are unidirectional converters, and the second one is bidirectional converters. So in this unidirectional converters, what it does is they cater to various onboard loads such as sensors, controls, entertainment, utility, safety equipment like this. Whereas in case of bidirectional converters, these are used in places where battery charging and regenerative braking, in both the directions, the power has to be flowed. So the power flow is in bidirectional converter. So whereas in the unidirectional converter, the power flows in only one direction, so they are called unidirectional converter. So in the bidirectional converter, during regenerative braking, what happens is the power flows back to the low voltage bus to recharge the batteries, known as buck mode operation. Both the unidirectional and bidirectional DC to DC converters are used for the are used here. So the classification of these bidirectional converters are classified into two types: buck converter, boost converter, buck boost converter. Coming to the first one, buck converter. So this is the block diagram. This is the circuit diagram of the buck converter. So what it does is, in the buck converter, buck means what is nothing but, buck means less. So this input voltage is reduced to other input, the other voltage which is less than the V input voltage. So by using this circuit, what happens is the output voltage will be always less than the input voltage. Whereas in case of boost converter, the output voltage will be always, this is the load resistance. So at load resistance, the output across this R is always greater than the V input voltage. That means it will boost up the voltage. That is nothing but boost converter. So next one is buck boost converter. Buck boost converter means it will convert the, either if you want to increase the voltage, it can do it, and also if it want to reduce the output voltage, then also it does. So this circuit can be used as both the buck converter as well as the boost converter. So this can be this can be done by the this circuit based on the duty cycle. Based on the duty cycle, the output voltage can be greater than the input voltage, or the output voltage can be less than the input voltage. Okay. Next one is isolated DC to DC converter. So isolated means the input side and the output side both are isolated each other. That means this is the input circuit, whereas this is the output circuit. So there is no exact connection. There is no connection between these two converters. So these two are isolated by using a inductor, mutually coupled inductor here. This is the mutually coupled inductor. So the input is connected to the mutually inducted inductor, and this is connected to the output circuit. So when the voltage is induced in the secondary, then current flows in the secondary circuit. So that means there is a voltage only when there is EMF induced in the secondary inductor, so that only secondary circuit will be activated here. So because the advantage of this DC isolated DC to DC converter is it is very much safe. That means the input, there is no connection between input and output voltages, input and output circuits. So that means the currents will not be that much high, so that the person who are working nearby are protected safely. Okay, this is about the isolated DC to DC converter. Next one is two quadrant choppers. Two quadrant choppers are nothing but type A chopper and type B chopper. So type 2 quadrant type A chopper is also called as a type C chopper, and 2 quadrant type B chopper is also called as a type D chopper. So type C chopper, you can see here, this is the circuit diagram of type C chopper. So this type C chopper consists of four devices. These two are CH1 and CH2 are choppers 1 and 2, and this is the diode D2, and this is the freewheeling diode. So it consists of two diodes. This is the diode D2 and this is the freewheeling diode FD. Now, when to get, see, this is the waveforms. This is the first quadrant, this is second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So if you want to operate in the first quadrant, what is required is CH1 and freewheeling diode. That means current flows through CH1 and next going through the freewheeling diode, and it will be coming back. So when the CH1 is off, what happens is the freewheeling diode passes the current in this direction. That means it freewheels through this circuit. Whereas when CH2 is on, then what happens is the current flows in this direction. The current flows from D2 to CH2 and negative supply. So that means it operates in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, the switches operating are CH2 and diode D2. So this is chopper switches can be any power converters. That means thyristors or IGBTs, MOSFETs you can use. The condition, the main precaution which you need to follow for this circuit is nothing but CH1 and CH2 should not be both on at the same time. Okay, this is about the two quadrant chopper, type A chopper. Next, coming to the type B chopper, in here also there will be two switches CH1 and CH2, and diodes D1 and D2 are there. To operate, these will be operating in the first quadrant and fourth quadrant. These are the two quadrants operating here. So in the first quadrant, the CH1 and CH2 will be in the on state. The first quadrant, the CH1 and CH2 will be on. In the fourth quadrant, the diodes D1 and D2 will be on. So the output voltage will be in the fourth quadrant, and it is the negative. So how you can get this positive voltage or negative voltage based on the duty cycle. So this is the turn on time and this is the turn off time. So if the turn on time is greater than the turn off time, what happens is the output voltage is positive. The output voltage will be positive. And if the turn on time is less than the turn off time, what happens is the output voltage will be negative. So based on this turn on time and turn off time, that is duty cycle of the choppers, you can get the voltage output voltage as positive or negative. So these are the different types of DC to DC converters. Okay, thank you.